y'all got? Everybody good?
Not bad. Not bad.
First day in full pads today. I thought our guys responded well. We did not practice very well on Saturday. I told you that right after the practice, but after watching the film, I thought our effort was good on Saturday. I think part of it is maybe as coaches, we probably got a little ahead of ourselves on the install. It didn't probably put too much from a schematic phase in on Saturday. It caused our guys to play a little slow. They got a little sloppy. Thought today was much better. Guys were excited. I like this group, and I've said this before at the same podium, is because we got really good energy. I think when you come out to the first 25, 30 minutes of practice, you see that. We've got good energy. Guys like to compete. We got some work to do. And I told our team this, and I mean that. And I mean it when I told them at the end of practice. I have no idea is when we're going to be great, but we're going to be great. It's not a matter. It's not an if to me. It's when. And we're going to be great. I'm not sure when. But like this group, so with that, I'll open up questions.
Full pad, so how much hitting did you get? Did you see anything in the physicality aspect that liked or displeased you, one or the other?
Yeah, I thought today we did. This is probably our most physical day we've had so far. And I think we got to in the spring. We started off with some good fundamental drills, working some hand inside. The game so much is play with leverage, and so much of that leverage has to do with playing with your hands inside. So we did a lot of that. We did some tackle and run after catch drills, because I think that's something that we've got to get better at as offensive skill players, is running after catch and being able to set your moves up, and we got to be able to tackle in space, especially in this league. Did a couple of run periods, really for the first time, and we're physical, and I think there's some good and some bad. You know, I think that we've got to get used to playing with our hands on both sides of the ball, especially up front. And we got to learn how to play lower. We're playing a little high right now.
Anybody else?
Well, we were up there. It looked like maybe a couple position changes.
Yeah.
Anything you want to know?
Who'd you see?
Quantra?
He's playing down at defensive end. Yeah, same thing I talked about when we were in our pre-spring deal. Yeah, he's playing our 5 technique right now. He's doing a good job. He had a good day on Saturday. I don't know how he did today, but I thought on Saturday he had a good day.
Raines, I thought he was.
Raines is playing kind of our Will Spear. They're very similar. So he's playing, sometimes playing both those spots. I think he played a little bit of both today. I mean, I wouldn't down there the whole time. Coach Trickett is gone, so I'm having to fill in for him, so I wasn't down on the defense side as much. I haven't heard, but hopefully he went back. Coach Trickett went back to Atlanta. Yeah, he's waiting on baby number 3. That's more important than spring ball number 4.
What quarterback's throw today?
Better. Yeah, I thought it was better. You know, passing game is so much timing, and today I thought we were in the right spots more. We did not throw the ball very well on Saturday. And part of that's because it's cold, it's windy, but guess what? We're having some cold, windy games. So they've got to be able to play through that and throw the ball through that. But I thought today was better. All 3 of those kids, I thought, had their best day today.
What are the things that give you the confidence that you will be great?
Here's what I think. I like our attitude. I think our effort's good. If we can do a really good job of coaching technique and putting our guys in a place to be successful, then I feel like, you know, and I stress them. To me, it's not if, it's just when. You know, when's that? We weren't great today, Alex. I tell you that we weren't great today, but we're going to be. And I'm not sure when that's going to be, but I have full faith in our staff and our guys that we have on our team that at some point we're going to be great. I just can't tell you when.
How close are you to average your first scrimmage? How many practices do you need before you let it go and you don't tell them what to do and they just go?
I think we'll do some full tackle on Saturday. Whether it's going to be a full-fledged scrimmage or not, I think it's to be determined. We're thin at some spots. You know, we really are thin at some spots. So a lot of it's going to be what the depth looks like, but we will tackle some on Saturday for sure.
You just let them play through their mistakes, or we coach the mistakes?
No. On Saturday we'll have at least, you know, try to maybe. I don't even want to give. I was going to give a play count, but I don't want to do that until we practice on Thursday. But yeah, we're gonna let them play. We'll clear the coaches off the field. We'll play situational football, tackle to the ground, the whole deal.
Who stood out today?
I'm not dodging that. That's a really hard question to all watch, man. Y'all been out there, y'all seen the whole practice. We're moving around a lot. I thought Darius Steele made several plays in the backfield today. Thought Zach Sandwich did some good things defensively on the front there. Tonkery has been really steady, consistent. I don't know if I can say a better word about somebody than consistent. And Tonk's been really consistent. Kenny Robinson made some plays. Thought he did a good job communicating defensively. I think offensively, it looked to me like Petaway bounced back, was a little bit not himself on Saturday. I thought he bounced back and did some good things. Giovanni Haskins made a couple plays down the field, and I thought all three quarterbacks were significantly better than they were on Saturday. That's just off the top of my head.
You ID what the quarterbacks, each of them do well, what they don't do
Nah,
well?
not yet. Not yet. Well, I think, I'm not sure we'll know that till the end of spring. We go back and really evaluate them in full. You know, when you have three guys that are really competing, you know, you got to divide up the reps. And we've got we're not overly deep at wideout as far as numbers are concerned right now. So it's tough on them because they're not getting as many reps as they normally would. So we've got to figure out a way to be able to save the wide receivers' legs and the tight ends' legs, but at the same time give the quarterbacks the reps they need.
You know, going to the receivers, how do you develop the experience that doesn't exist? Just throw them out there, let them play.
We just got to let them play. You're Mike, you're right on it. We just got to let them play. You know, I think that early through four practices, Bryce Wheaton has done some things. You know, he looks like a redshirt freshman at times, and he's got to grow. Randy Fields, I've been really pleased with him. He's a smart football player. We moved him around a bunch. Sam James has shown some flashes. I think those guys are redshirted. Esdale had a really good day on Saturday. So they just got to play. You know, I think Tevin Bush, and I should have said him, you know, sticking out. He's a guy that I've been impressed with through four. Competes, loves to play. He's made a ton of big plays. He had a couple long touchdowns today. So they just got to play. You know, we're not, you know, outside of, you know, a couple guys, we don't have a whole lot of experience in that room. And so they just got to play. They got to play, and they've got to get some timing with the quarterbacks.
One guy who does have some experience is obviously Marcus coming back to the senior. Just haven't heard his name. I don't know if that's conspicuous or just a thing. What sort of is that?
He's been limited a little bit with an injury. Yeah, he's been limited.
Neal, after the winter session, you mentioned maybe the running backs might be a little bit ahead, that you'd like what you'd seen out of them. A couple practice into the spring. Just where are you at with that group?
Yeah, I do. I still believe that. McCoy will put on shoulder pads for the first time. What is today? Tuesday. He'll put on shoulder pads on Thursday. He had a really good day today in some of the 7-on-7 stuff we did in half-line pass. I thought he did a good job. Sinkfield has stood out. Thought he had a nice day last Thursday and on Saturday as well. Looks sharp today. And Letty Brown's getting better as well. And I already talked about Petaway. So I think that's a group that I've been impressed with. I like their work ethic. I like their demeanor. And as I've said here, we've got to figure out some ways to play two of them at one time.
One of your newer guys, Taj Austin, how does he look?
He's good. You know, he's been getting some reps with the ones. He's got ball get off. He's strong. You know, he's playing a little heavier, which he needed to, so he's getting used to that. But again, I think he's came in and been about the right things. He's worked. I know Mike Joseph and his staff have really been impressed with him in the strength conditioning. I like him a lot.
Your holders today were all quarterbacks.
Yeah, we're trying. Well, that's a work in progress. Yeah. So Jack Alice has done a nice job though, and so nobody really talks about that. You know, we lose our starting punter, but we also lose the starting holder. So that's a big deal. So just trying to work our quarterbacks back there. You know, nobody handles the ball more than the quarterbacks. So Jack did it some in high school. He's got some experience. Trey has not done it. Haven't asked Austin to do it just because he's had a knee injury in the past, so don't want to get him down in there, get him in that position. But Jack has done a nice job, and we're working some of the punters there as well.
You've done that in the past, quarterback as your holder?
Yeah, we tried to. Yeah, especially it helps you in the faith. You know, it slows down the rush some if you have a quarterback holding. Plus, when you talk about a guy that handles the ball, you know, you're gonna have some clutch kicks, and you feel good about having a quarterback back there when it's down tight.
Anything fundamentally on footwork or technique from the quarterbacks that you guys have been digging into, or did you want to get enough tape on it to even see if there's stuff?
No, I think that from a fundamental standpoint, what we're trying to do is we're trying to get our drops. Okay, I think we got to get better at our drops. We got to get better moving outside the pocket and keeping plays alive. I think those are the two things that kind of focus on today, and we'll focus on probably on Thursday as well.
Is that a feel, or is that just footwork?
No, like the drops is it's passing game so much timing, like we talked about early. So it's getting our drops timed up and trusting our drops and trusting the receiver's going to be in the right spot. And then when plays break down, like we did more team 11-on-11 stuff today, and it's got to be 11-on-11 reps. You know, you get in 7-on-7 or in the winter when they're throwing by themselves, they don't have a whole lot of bodies around them. All of a sudden, you get an 11-on-11, now there's bodies around them. You got to work, you got to get outside the pocket. So it's just about reps.
You mentioned Darius. You pleased with what you've got out of the defensive line so far as a whole?
Yeah, I think we're a work in progress. I do. I think they play really hard, and I think they want to be coached. Those are two things that really stick out to me, and I think Jordan Leslie would echo those comments. So Darius, Dante has done some nice things as well. Reese has been steady. Taj Austin is talked about him earlier. Those are some guys that just right off really stick out. I'll say this: I think Tyrese Allen's getting better too. Red shirt guy, I think he's getting better.
Have you ever coached brothers at the same position?
That's a good question. No, I've had a couple sets of twins, but they've been in different positions.
Not in the same room.
Yeah, not in the same room. You know, I don't want to tell you yes or no because I really have to think about that. But not right off. Not right off. I really haven't.
Neal, your spring schedule, I think at 14 days, you figured out how you're going to get to 15 minutes.
Not yet. No,
It's kind of depending on how you develop. It could be soon.
It is. It is. What we've done in the past is we've kind of used that 15th song to prepare them for summer workouts when the coaches can't be involved. So I just want to kind of see toward that last week where we are. You get 34 days, so I've got some cushion there on the back end.
It could be after the spring game, though.
Regarding Taj in the offseason, was there a target weight or target poundage you wanted to add?
No, not really. He was we're just trying to get him bigger. Yeah, we just, and it's really just because the tackles are so much bigger. I mean, honestly, the way he went against junior college. So, Mike and those guys had some target goals going into fall camp, but he's got little mini goals as we go. But I've just been pleased with him from the get-go. You know, it's everything's new coming in January. Geographically different plays, much bigger school, all those type of things, and he's been really hungry. He's been really hungry and answered every challenge we had for him.
You talked
Thanks,
about.
Coach.
That's it. All right. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.